To quote Robby.
Okay, hi guys, welcome.
Hi,
Hello.
welcome.
Robby, Timmy,
Welcome.
Linda, Vivian, Joe. Thank you for joining. So glad we could do this. Um, this is to give everyone a view of what we are doing right now and how we are setting up virtually as well. And it's been an amazing journey. Breakthrough with that experience of 20 years of doing experiential learning, of groups coming and us impacting so many lives. This COVID really stuck us, and it all forced us to make us think and challenge us into going virtual, and that's what we have done. And I think it's been a fantastic move that we have been doing, and just a few insights of how we have gone there. Yeah, so we have Robby with us. Hi Robby, how are you doing?
Very good, Sam. How about
Great.
you?
Fantastic, Robby. Robby, you have been talking to a lot of clients, and when you go ahead and give them this idea of this virtual program, what are the impressions that they have in their head?
Uh, for the first question, probably pops into their head is whether on the virtual medium, whether we'll be able to create the same experiences. Um,
True.
some of them have started doing some programs, and they have this challenge of keeping the participants engaged. And thirdly, some of them are not sure how long or how uh, long a particular program can go. And when I shared with them as to how internally we had tested a few activities and how certain clients enjoyed the program, then a drastic shift in the view in the client's mind as to what virtual programs can be happens. And uh, uh, and then we talk about what their challenges are, and then see how we can plug in or how we can actually counter it using the virtual medium, or the different tools that we actually use to actually do that. So it's been amazing interacting with clients that way and actually solving their problems.
Definitely, definitely. That's true point. A lot of questions on so many of their minds, as to how can we do this, and a lot of work goes into us designing the program, and that's where we have our great program director Timothy here. Hi, Timmy. How are you doing?
Good Sam, locked down but not locked out.
Fantastic. Timmy, there's a lot of work that is going into the designing of the program to answer all these questions that our clients is having. How are we going about doing that?
It has been an interesting shift because we are used to doing experiential programs face to face on our campus or on an offsite in a client's location. But all our programs were focused around activities with major props or big infrastructure like high ropes, low
True,
ropes,
true.
wooden blocks or ropes, strings, or whatever you call it, but activities with props that we could actually interact with the client. So it was a big shift for us to rethink and refocus, or whatever the word is it was a big paradigm shift for us to really switch to the virtual mode. But the nice thing with experiential learning is it can be done anywhere, anytime. It's all about creating the right experience. And for us to go into the design of creating virtual programs was a nice, interesting journey with a lot of research, with a lot of learning from our end. Our team came up with quite an interesting concept into designing. And I was looking back at it, and I see there are 5 steps that we adopt in designing the programs right now virtually. Oh, 5 factors that influence our virtual design. The first is our audience. Who they are, where do they come from, how many of them are going to be on the virtual program, and whether all of them are working at home or some of them in the office, because that will determine what props Do we suggest for an activity, or how is it going to be? Can the videos be on at that time? Are they allowed to have videos on? Are they allowed to, do they have the facility to chat? Can they use two devices? So knowing the audience and their background and where are they coming from is very crucial in designing a virtual program. The second is the medium. What is the medium we are using? What's the platform? Is it Zoom? Is it Teams? Is it whatever the platform that the client has? Because that will determine whether the kind of activities we use. That will determine the mode of delivery. Some platforms don't allow us to do breakout rooms, where we like a lot of interaction. So the platform is very crucial. It's a key factor in helping us design the program. And the other one is the time schedule. The time schedule is very crucial. We had a luxury of a full day to build a rapport with clients. But now you have to capture their heart and their head in 2 hours or 1.5 hours. So the time schedule plays a crucial factor in designing a program. What's the time? The other one is the story. I want to take it. When I look back and I was studying different design modes, I realized that Breakthrough is actually taking a leaf out of Disney's approach of customer experience. Where the philosophy of Disney is magic is made by optimizing the mundane. And that's exactly what we're doing in a virtual situation. How can I create magic? How can I create a story with the experience? And that is the key thing in our virtual programs that we do. And we have people who keep emphasizing it. People like Joe, who scratches his beard and says, "Where's the flow, guys? What's the flow?" And he keeps reminding us. And basically what we're doing is creating a story from the experience. And if you look at a story or a plot, it has 5 things. And this is very crucial for our design. If you look at all our virtual programs, it actually follows this. We have a beginning. The exposition is very crucial for a story, especially in virtual. Our introductions should capture their attention. We don't have the luxury of a full day. So that first 5 minutes, first 10 minutes, first 50 minutes is where we need to capture the audience or the participants' attention. The introduction is very crucial, our beginning. We put a lot of emphasis on the beginning. Then it is if you look at a plot, the rising action. And here for us, the experience is the main learning or the main activity that highlights the learning outcome. The key learning outcome is the next. That where we capture we have the participants engaged at all the time. And this is a very crucial part of our modules, is where the key activity learning comes out in this. After the introduction, it's this key element in the program that brings about or captures or highlights the key learning outcomes of the program. And the third one is the turning point, where the participants realize, hey, we're just not doing this for fun. We're just not doing this to waste our time. But here's the wow moment when we actually facilitate the process to highlight the learning from that experience. And when participants go, wow, oh, that's why I've done this activity. Or that's what they asked us to do. And now I see why. That's a very crucial thing. The next is the relevance. Why am I doing what I'm doing? And why are they helping us through this journey of learning? How can they take it back to the place? Because that's also another crucial element. And we use a lot of questions. We use chat as a very good option. If participants can't speak or they don't want to speak on a virtual platform, they can chat in their replies, and we keep that engagement going using the chat option as well. And the last thing is the ending, which is so crucial in all our programs. The story, if it doesn't have a good ending, I mean, you've been to movies, I'm sure, Sam, and you've noticed that if the ending is not good, the whole time is gone. You walk out from the theater saying, wow, what a boring movie. And it's the ending that is where the closure of our programs is so crucial, where we cement the learnings and leave them on a high, asking them, I mean, in their mind saying, when is Breakthrough coming back next? When are we going to do another program with Breakthrough? The ending is so crucial. And the fourth element is our team. Our team influences our design a lot. We have a heart person. We have a thinker who challenges us for the learning outcomes. Are we actually delivering what we are called us to deliver? And we have a person who is very client-centric. Am I meeting the client's demand? So we have a good mix in the team. And the last thing is, if you have a good design, how am I presenting it? And I think that's very crucial. Presentation and delivery is very crucial in our program. So I think that's what we do. We try our best as Breakthrough to bring out the magic in the mundane in all our designs.
Wow, thank you, Timmy. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
So true.
We do bring that magic in at times, and one of the best ways to do that is following our value of energy. And who better to talk to about energy than Joe here? Hey, Joe, how are you?
Yeah, very good, Sam.
Good,
I
Joe.
think it was nice
Joe,
how Timmy explained everything that.
yeah. So, Joe, my question for you is one of the biggest questions that even we started thinking was from face to face, virtual. Okay, great. But how do we keep that energy going? Because participants are sitting there with their laptops or with their phone on the screen. How do we keep that energy? And we did bring something out, as we started doing the programs and we continue doing the programs, we saw that energy just come out from every single person. How did we do that?
Yeah. I think it was just making sure on a personal level that I would be very bored to be on a Zoom call where it's just talking. I think what we miss out in a normal face to face and all of that is that there is no excitement, there isn't no surprise.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very key element, which really helps to connect people to the energy. And I think in our virtual programs we've got to bring in surprises.
Hmm.
It could be a surprise
Joe, I think
jump,
there's some network issue. Can you
a
just repeat that
surprise
again?
dance, a surprise shout. It could be anything. It could be people who were on video or not. It could be moving people who are on video to turn off their videos and just, hey, everyone, come on chat. Let's go. So it's breaking the pattern. I think that's very crucial. The second thing which I found out, which I introduced like in the kind of program, was let them celebrate each other. Find ways to celebrate. When we are together, it's very easy to celebrate successes, and people see that celebration, and it's like, oh wow, it's like that's a great thing. I'm all coming together. I think creating a moment. So that's why we came up with the celebration clap, which is normal across, and I think people started just getting onto that. It's like everyone's celebrating, and although they can't clap as loud, but I think that's important. So celebration and surprises are the two things where I would put it.
Fantastic. Yeah, and we've been celebrating all throughout with every single participant that has been coming. My next question is to Vivian. We have our design, we have that energy, but for the last 20 years, Breakthrough has taken great pride in learning outcomes. Everyone who has come here has gone back saying, we really took something back, as part of expedition learning. And how did we bring that out through virtual platforms? And Vivian, this is for you.
I
How
think
did we
go ahead,
bring out that same learnings that we used to give them face to face virtually?
yeah, and I think it's a good question because of two things. One is if you look at it, the participant that is actually experiencing something face to face, they've impacted. They're taking something back as well. But if you look at it, I think the virtual platform is a totally different environment where we are enabling them to have that experience. But it's like how can we meet them at their point of need? How can we meet an individual and impact them at a learning that's very personal for them? I think that virtual platform does also give us that element there where we can meet them at that point of need, where there is that element of taking back learning which you can own, which you feel responsible for. And if you look at it virtually, as Timmy said earlier, there are different ways to capture that, right? One is we can get them to chat in their learning. So for people who normally don't speak so much, that is a problem when you have face-to-face. There are only a few individuals who speak. But this virtual platform is a great opportunity to engage everyone. Right? And I think ways of doing that is we have a Slido as an option, we have Menti meter as an option, where people can just send in their learnings anonymously. And what is amazing about these platforms is that you get to see each other's learning real time. I think that's amazing, where you can just see the learnings all just scrolling up. You can see people typing in what they've said, and immediately it can be exported as a PDF document, sent to the group, and they can own that learning right from that space. And I think that's been really amazing to see. And in the instances where we did virtual training so far, we've seen that pan out really well. And we have this option of them where they can actually create a whiteboard and collectively put all their learnings together as well. So there are different options of getting it, and people can see it in real time. They define what they want to take away. They own what they want to take away, and that's been an amazing example experience virtually.
Fantastic. Yeah, that real-time learning has been so real. They really do take ownership of whatever they've put in. They've felt it. And I remember one of the programs that we did, and after the program, Timmy just coming up and saying, "Who said experiential learning won't work virtually?" Because the participants refused to leave. By the
Exactly.
end of the day, we had made such a big connection with them. It was difficult for them to say bye and just go, and they're like, it'd be nice to be here. And connecting virtually has been amazing. And Linda, I just want to hear your thoughts on, how have we gone about connecting with people virtually as well?
Yeah, I think the team has said everything, but for me, it's been tremendous. I mean, to see an old lady just enjoy everything before her eyes, to see virtual platforms just working so beautifully, just flows. Yeah. And just with the connection of each one on the screen has been amazing. When I've actually saw participants looking down on the computer to try and connect with the person below them on the Zoom platform, or maybe looking on top. Oh, have you lost me again? Or if someone's standing up, sitting up there, they kind of look up to reach to them, and I just feel they're so
Yeah.
connected, so beautifully connected. Yesterday, in fact, one of our clients, the boy had to have a connective activity, and he was looking down to see whether the girl was connecting with him. I mean, that for me blew my mind. It was so beautiful. And what also amazes me, like Timmy and Vivian were talking about programs which we do experientially. We're such energy people. We're so people of our heart, with our actions, and we're just so full of life. And then suddenly you're looking at someone in the screen, who's looking at you so seriously, and you just give them a smile, or you say, you know what, your face will look great if you have a little smile. And it's amazing how you can connect with each and every one on the screen. Yeah, for me, I've seen trust levels just go up. The trust levels when we have our little breakout rooms has been absolutely amazing. And a 2-day program has been even better. Like, you go from the first day, they're pretty scared and they're stiff and they don't know what to say. But the second day, they just come alive when we put them into breakup rooms and breakout rooms. I'm sorry, I need to learn all this terminology into the new normal. But it's brilliant to see how people are connecting, especially when we do a 2-day intervention where people just connect so beautifully. And they connect with us so beautifully. And you took one of my points, Sam, that they refuse to even leave. Yeah, they don't want to leave the platform. They all want to be there till the last to speak to us and say, you know what, it was brilliant. It was such a lot of fun. And they just hang on, and they all are going one after the other. And then you have one or two left behind, and they're just dying to talk to us. And I just love that. They just don't want to leave the facilitators and each other, So frankly, I'm truly extremely excited to what the new normal is going to be virtually. I'm really thrilled about it. Thank you, Sam.
Super,
I think
Linda.
one
We are all
thing
excited
that
about that. Joe, you have something to share?
yeah, I think one thing that you would get in that connection is what happens after the program. And I think a lot of our training we were not able to get so much engagement after the kind of programs on our social media or any of our sites. I think, but on a virtual one, we were able to get so many people connect with us on those platforms because they're already on their phones every time. And I think that has helped that connection.
Definitely. Yeah, I think um, it's been just exciting for all of us, like Linda said, in this new normal, as we go forward. And just want to thank all of you for sharing these insights and your time with us, guys. Guys, if you're watching this,
Thank you, Sam.
you're welcome. If you're watching this, do connect to us for any questions you have. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, on breakthrough.india, and we would love to hear from you, your thoughts, and God bless and have a great day.
God bless.
Thank
Sam.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.